Back to the channel. In today's video, I've been getting a lot of questions about what I use for my Tradingview setup for charting and whatnot, so I figured I'd make a quick little video of the main things that I use on my Tradingview, the indicators, main tools I use, whatnot. So first off, my account is the premium account, and the reason I have premium, and you're gonna need premium to do some of the things that I do, is that the main thing why, or the main reason why I got premium is so I can see multiple charts like this. So this is the grid view, and we're gonna start with this real quick. So this is like one of the main things that I utilize on TradingView. If you guys ever see my charts, you see that I'm looking at multiple charts at the same time. Always, I'm never looking at just one time frame. So this is the grid view right here. You can do just one, you can do two, right? You can go all the way up to 8 if that's what you want to do. Me, I usually just use the 4 view, maybe sometimes a 6, but over 4 sometimes gets a little too much, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is the main thing that I use to watch these different time frames. And then this symbol right here, if it's clicked like it is right now, you'll have the same symbol on every single window. But if you unclick the symbol, the sync, this is the sync and layout right here. So anything you click, these things will be synced. So right now, like symbol is synced, crosshair is synced. If I take that off, it'll be a little different. I usually keep the crosshair synced. Symbol, if I unsync that, and let's say I choose this window right here, I can watch Apple. This bottom one, I can watch Oxy. This left one, I can watch something else. You know, you can watch different tickers at the same time. So that's with that one. I usually like to keep it synced though, and I'll watch one name multiple time frames. This interval is going to be you're going to sync the time frame that you're looking at. So if you're looking at the daily, if you hit that sync interval, it's going to be the daily time frame for all of these, right? And that's usually if you don't have the symbol on, and you'll just go to like these other time frames without having to put them on the same daily time frame, if that's what you're doing, right? This Disney, McDonald's, Oxy, all the daily time frame though, and that's with the sync interval. So I'm usually just on symbol and crosshair sync. That's about it. Time, I don't really do that. If you want to sync, you know, I don't really sync anything. So for this, I usually just use the grid view 4 or 6, and then the symbol on the sync right there. All right, and then for the tools, the drawing tools that I use, actually for indicators first, I don't really have a lot of indicators. The only indicators that I use are these 3 right here. So this is the main one, candle type, the strat. That's pretty much it, right? It just shows the numbers right here. That is it. It doesn't do anything else. The other ones that I use is an EMA, which every now and then I'll turn it on. Usually when I'm looking at the hour. It's just something that I used to use it back in the day, so sometimes I'll turn it on just for the hell of it. I barely use that though. And then the other one that I use sometimes is this multi-time period chart. I'll show you guys. Hold on one sec. I usually only use it on the hour just to look at things if I don't feel like looking at the day. So with this multi-time period chart, if it'll pop up, there we go. So this is the hourly time frame, and each hour inside of this box is the whole day, right? So this one's 9:30, this one's 15:30, market close, market open, right? So it's the whole day. You're looking at the entire daily candle, but you can actually see the individual hourly bars that are in that candle. You know, you guys get what I'm saying? Does it make sense? This one's a cool one to look at sometimes when you want to gauge price action and without really checking how the day is moving, etc. But I honestly, the only indicator I really use is the candle type, the strat, and that's literally just telling me, you know, 1, 2, 3 bars. That's it. I don't feel like it's easy for me to open up a chart and just see the numbers without having to like actually look at them, because I know this is a 3. You know, this one right here, I would have to like look at it. Is that a 1 or is that a 2? All right, it's a 2. This one right here, same. One, is that a 1 or a 2 type of thing? So I know what I'm looking at. It's hella easy to see these with the candle stripe type. But yeah, since I trade the strat and I trade price action, I mean, I don't need any other indicators. That's it. I don't use MACD. I don't use RSI. I don't use any other EMAs besides the 200, only on the hourly, just because, it has some significance to me. That's it though. Indicators, that's all I use. Everything else is strictly gauging price action, the strat, and what's being presented to me. So that is the indicators that I use. All right, and then these are the drawing tools that I use right here. This is my favorites bar up here. So when you go to your tools in this left hand section, you can click here, and anything you star will be sent to your quick use, or whatever you want to call this bar right here, this one right here. So I'm gonna unstar that arrow. I don't use that. So the main ones that I use is trend line, ray, extended line, horizontal line, and horizontal ray. So trend line is just obviously just drawing trend lines. The ray and the extended line, those are for broadening formations. All right, and let me show you what I mean by that. So this one right here, this one is this is the ray, and so the ray doesn't extend this way. It only extends forward, right? But if you go like that, you gotta position it right. But that's the ray right there. Some people like those because it doesn't extend all the way back, whereas the extended line, which is this one right here, extended line, this one actually does extend all the way back as well. Some people don't like those because it does that, right? And it slashes through price action. Me personally, I usually use extended line just because it's something, I've always used it. I'm pretty used to it. So I'm used to how it looks on my chart. So I'll use extended line most of the time, but sometimes I use, Sometimes I use the ray as well. And then horizontal line is literally just a horizontal line. That's it. If I want to set like a price level that I think is a key level for price to break or something, I'll set that. And then horizontal ray is usually if I'm trying to set a trigger, right? If I want to set a trigger, let's say above, like this one right here. This one right here, this yellow one, this is a horizontal ray. I got a trigger for if Oxy breaks above 66.05, which it hasn't been able to do for the past couple days. Yeah, that's just that. So that is everything. That's pretty much everything I use. Oh, last thing I use from this entire section is only the fib retracement, and usually I just use that to see, where's our 50% fib retracement type of level without having to manually checking it out. The fib will just boom, boom. 0.5 is 63.16, right? Super easy. So that's the fib retracement. So that's that one. These are the trends. So this box one right here. If I'm trying to draw some FEGs or something, right? I'll use this box. That one is right there. Rectangle. The path is like this right here. If I want to show you guys something, right? Kind of show you where price is going. That's the path. What else? The brush is pretty much just a pencil. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't really use that either. It's really just every now and then. What else? Oh, this magnet right here is just for if I have the magnet on, it'll pull my thing straight to a candle, right? Like high low, right? It's pulling it straight. If I had it off, you could just put this thing anywhere and it won't really. So that the magnet is to actually pinpoint the precise spots on the candle without doing it manually. What else? Think that is it. So that's pretty much it for the drawing tools that I use. I really don't use anything else besides those. And then I guess the last couple things is this eyeball right here turns on and off your drawings. So if you want to have a cleaner chart, that's something you can do. This chain lock basically syncs your drawings to the other, right? If we have multiple windows, see this right here, if I put that there, it syncs my drawing to these other to these other windows, whereas if I have it off, it's not gonna sync it, right? It's not gonna sync it to the other windows. That's only if you're looking at the same ticker as well. What else? So that's it for those. Another thing that I do sometimes, if you press your individual drawings, you can you can write on them. You could write something for an alert. This little timer right here is to set your alert, and right now I have it set for, like, you can set it above, crossing, greater than, blah blah blah, once, timer, etc etc. If you press it again and you go to these three little dots right here, you can put no sync, which means if I put no sync, it's gonna disappear from these other windows, like so, right? You see that disappeared, but it's still on this window. And then you put sync and layout, and it'll sync to the other windows if this is the same ticker. Again, like, it has to be the same ticker. What else? That one is cool because if sometimes, let's say you want to look at a broad information on the month here, you have another one on the week, you have another one on the day. If you unsync some of these, you'll see a better picture, right? Like if we look at McDonald's, let's just say I have the 2 week up, right? I have two broad informations here. Let's say this one's the month right here, right? So if I have, let's say, I don't know, if I go like this, and I on the 2 week, I take the green and I say no sync, right? You're not going to see it here on the month right here, right? So no sync again right here. And so now when we look at, we see it here, right, on the 2 week, but if we look at the month, all we see is our monthly broad information. So sometimes that's cool to get a better picture on multiple time frames without having all the lines all over on the same chart. So that's a cool one. If you want to take your screenshots, instead of actually having a screenshot, you just press copy link to chart image, and it'll give you a copy and paste link. And then all you have to do is, like, so if I click copy link to chart image, and then let's say I go like this. See, oh wait, no, hold on. Sometimes you gotta do it a couple times. Copy link to chart image right here. Go here. Right, so that this link is going to bring me, watch, if I press enter, this link is going to bring me to this chart, to the exact chart image that we are looking at right now. If this thing, see, there you go. And then you could copy the link and share and all that. So that's how I share my links and charts with you guys without, like, taking a wild screenshot or something. You can tweet it. Yeah, so this is like your sharing little thing. Full screen right there. Chart settings. It's up to you if you want to change the background. Another thing, if you are looking at an intraday time frame, sometimes you'll get this RTH down here. So this is regular trading hours, and then you can switch it to extended. If you're on extended, you'll see these little, right? You'll see these little after hour pre-market time frames or movement. Now, when we're trading the strat, you can mark those pre-market levels and whatnot, but for the most part, when the market is open, I'm only looking at regular trading hours. The extended trading hours will mess up your bar sequences and whatnot, so that's something to note. Besides that, I think that is it for my TradingView setup. That's pretty much everything I use. So again, the main thing is the multi-grid view, right? I'm looking at multiple time frames. If you go to the sync, you can change, if you want to look at different tickers at the same time, unclick the symbol clicked is going to make all these tickers the same. So that's the multi-grid view. This is my favorites bar right here. Everything that I use: fib retracement, horizontal line, trend line, rectangle, path, horizontal ray, brush, and extended line. The ray, the extended line, those are mainly for broad formations. Trend line is pretty self-explanatory. Horizontal line is just to mark levels. Pretty much it. Indicators, again, all I really use is candle type, the strat. All these other ones, I barely use them, to be honest. Like, I can unstar all of these, to be honest. But yeah, candle type, the strat is pretty much the only thing I use. I don't use the multiple time frame analysis indicator because, again, I'm already looking at multiple time frames, so I don't really need that. And then if you're using like the strat helper or the cheat or the strat, yeah, whatever that, there's like a strat helper indicator that kind of tells you setups or something like that. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. I've never used it, but me personally, I don't really want to use that one because I'd rather be able to memorize the bar sequences and the setups by memory without needing an indicator to help me do that. But that's another thing that I see people use. So those are the drawings, magnet, sync your drawings. I like that. Yeah, that's about it. If you look right here to the right, if you're looking at a particular ticker, right, this is gonna be your news. This is gonna be your alerts. This right here is gonna be some other stuff. I don't really use any of this stuff either. The only thing I really look at is probably the news, maybe some economical events or something going on, like here or something, something like that. But that's about it. And then up here, if you look at lists, I have a ton of lists here. I have a ton of lists. One shooter days, 2-1 days, 2-1 weeks, etc., etc. But yeah, guys, that is it. That's everything I use for my Tradingview setup. These are the main things that I use to help me chart. And then when the market is live, right, usually I'll have, let's say, I don't know, the hour, the 30, the 15, whatever, right? I filter, I go through different time frames all the time. You guys see them in my videos and charts and whatnot. But yeah, hope that's gonna do it. Hope this video helped out. If you have any more questions, just feel free to DM me. Join the Discord. The link is gonna be in the bio. If anybody wants to ever have a one-on-one session or just talk privately, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to try to help everyone as much as I can. But yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.